5, 4, 3, 2, and you know when. Oh, now this is pausing. Done. We're live. 5, 4. Yo, we are live in the building. We've got a little disclaimer to do before we say anything, before we get things a little bit sticky for ourselves, even though some of our ebooks don't have disclaimers. Sorry, Katana, for exposing ourselves like that. That was pretty silly of us to do that on a live recording, but hey, it's what it is. Ninja, do you want to go ahead with the disclaimer?
Yes, disclaimer. So please know that all our content is for education, information, and entertainment purposes only. No information should be considered investment advice or a financial recommendation to buy, sell any assets or place any trades. Please always do your own research. It's very important to do your own analysis before doing any or making any investments based on your own individual circumstances. Please always take independent professional advice from a professional advisor, or independently research and verify all and any information that you may find in our content that you wish to rely upon, whether you wish to make an investment decision or otherwise.
Please note that we do not intend to be perceived or received as financial advisors. Why is that? That's because if you didn't know, all investment comes with risk. And if you just blindly listen to us or any other person on YouTube, you're probably going to lose money. Now, what money are you going to lose? If you don't know what mitigated risk is, that means you're probably going to lose money that you can't afford to lose. So if you're investing money that you can't afford to lose, don't invest. It's not a game. And also, if you're worried about if this is classed as gambling, it is classed as gambling. If you're just putting money into things and you don't know what they are and you don't know what they do just because a friend told you about it, that is gambling. This is not a gambling anonymous. This is not a gambling club. This is for people that want to do research. So anything we talk about or mention today, please do your own research. In fact, today's episode is all about one of the best research papers in the whole of the world right now. So this is the kind of research that we mean when we say, please do your own research before making a financial decision. Now, once you figured out how much you can risk, then, because not all investments are successful, then we would still advise you to talk to an accredited financial advisor. Now, we actually work with an accredited financial advisor. Her name is Victoria Navarro. I'm just going to mute whoever it is that's just in there. Hang on a second. Mute all. There we go. You know what I need to do? I need to do it so that when people enter the room, it automatically mutes them. Because I've done it the other way, which was quite silly. I've done it that when people enter the room, their microphone turns on, which is just quite stupid. I don't know why. I don't know why I've done that. So, yeah. So thank you, one and all. Sorry about the late start, guys. We've had a few technical difficulties, but that is the disclaimer. So I'm going to get straight into the news before we go on to Ninja's part. So the news, most places where the news are in Blockchain Sensei is on our Instagram, as you probably know. I've just updated it with some amazing stuff. First bit of news is we've got Shill, one of the artists that we're working with. That is Shay Teal. She's the first augmented reality NFT artist that we've actually signed to the Blockchain Sensei NFT agency. If you think her work's pretty cool and you want to see it in person, please come down to the other art fair, which is this week at the Truman Brewery in Shoreditch. She's going to be there showing off her work. If you're interested in buying, whitelisting, or getting into her Discord group that we're about to set up, then please attend. There's going to be some giveaways for people that are on that whitelist. We've got a deal with Known Origin, so Shay Teal stuff will be on Known Origin, one of the best NFT platforms in the world right now. So please watch out for this artist and watch out for her work. If you are a brand or a business and or a musician and you're interested in collaborating, whether that's album artwork cover, whether that's brand work, let us know. Shay is very open to doing any collaborations. So that's the first bit of news. Next bit of news is if you thought this NFT thing was going away, then unfortunately it is not. Why is that? That's because Andreessen Horowitz, who are they? A16Z, the second biggest crypto fund in the world. Well, not biggest crypto fund, we'll say second biggest venture capital fund in the world, is actually creating an NFT only fund. Yeah. That means they're going out of their way to take some of the richest people in the world's money to invest it only into NFT projects. Let me know if you can still see my screen, because I think this is one of those times where we need to just refresh everyone's memory into who A16Z are, because they will probably be mentioned in this report again. Also note Presearch, which is a project by one of the people, by one of the main people at the Salion VC who we work with. So check out Presearch. It's a way of doing a Google search or any searches that you do, but getting paid in crypto for doing a search, which I think is pretty cool. Then, yeah, who is Andreessen Horowitz? Let's look at their portfolio and look at some of the things that they've been in before. Airbnb, you might have heard of them. They've done well. Groupon, you might have heard of them. Lyft, might have heard of them. Pinterest, Zynga, Roblox, Coinbase. I think it's safe to say these guys kind of know what they're doing. Clover, that was bought by First Data. Clover is the point of sale devices that you're probably using all the time. First Data, who are they? The world's largest provider of payment gateways. Flutter were bought by Google. 53 were bought by WeTransfer. Dollar Shave Club were bought by Unilever. This company here, I don't know what it was, but bought by Coinbase. GitHub was acquired by Microsoft. I think Instagram was acquired by Facebook. No was acquired by Intel. So I think it's safe to say that A16Z even invested in Skype. I think it's safe to say that these guys know a thing or two about investing and have got quite a good track record. So yeah, just thought I would mention that. Also, on other crypto projects that A16Z are actually invested in, if you're actually interested in what cryptos they hold, we actually go over that in our lessons. But one of the things that might appear here, let's see if it appears here. Let's just cheat and go to the top of the website. I'm showing you something here that we normally show in lessons. So, but you know what? It's only right. Focus areas, crypto, portfolio. This is their current crypto portfolio. Yeah. So take what you want from that. Do what you want with that as well. It is sharing my screen, right?
Yep.
Yep, cool. Perfect. So let's go on to another bit of news. So other bit of news, what have we got? Immutable. This is the one that I found was quite interesting today. So Immutable X hit a 2.5 billion valuation after a 200 million raise. And at the same time that news came out, guess what platform they landed on? None other than Swissborg. They came out on Swissborg today. As we know, quite interestingly, Swissborg tend to have this thing called the Swissborg effect, where when things land on Swissborg, they tend to blow up. Now, what is Immutable X? They use something called a ZK rollup. Now, the ZK rollup is basically compressing the data and putting loads of data together so that you can put loads of it through instead of trying to put things through one at a time, which will mean that it'll be able to process 9,000 transactions per second, which is crazy. And it will also mean that there will be 0 gas fees on this network. So one to look out for, Immutable X. Right now, it's £1.22 and is increased at this present moment in time. Its all-time high is £4.52. So please do your own research on Immutable X. before you make any investment decisions. Another bit of info that I thought was quite interesting is that we're appearing to be in a golden buy zone on Bitcoin at this moment in time. It's got this beautiful support line that's just been moving up. This isn't my TA. This is just something I saw floating about on the internet and a lot of people talking about. Yeah, I do kind of agree that we are going to get a bit of a pump, but I don't know how long for. It's well overdue that we're due a bit of a pump in the Bitcoin cycle at this moment in time. Other things that happened this week, Lupe Fiasco and our boy Gucci Mane are selling tickets to their upcoming concerts as NFTs. This is something that we said would start happening just because in that way, the artists can award their ticket holders with additional rewards for attending their concerts. So look out for that.
What's that? I'm going to give some mad game. So the mad game I'm going to say is, can we just go back to that post?
Yeah.
Because we didn't.
I know you've been researching it, so go on.
Yeah. I'm gonna first of all put my hand up because I know when I flop, and I didn't take the initiative. So Mr. Harding had to tell me what to do. I should have looked at this post, got excited, and researched what the hell is platform DeFi, right? But it didn't click to me. And he's like, dude, I need you to do research. I've been tapping in. I want everyone to tap in. I want everyone to go to in their own time. This is literally homework, right? We're gonna do game homework, right? And then next episode, we're gonna ask the people who did this homework, right? So I want everyone to go to the DeFi website, follow them on social media, and more importantly, go to their Discord and introduce yourself in the general chat. Anyone who does that, I'm gonna see because I'm in the chat now, and I'm tapping in. And I don't even want to say too much, but when we do these kind of posts, I want you guys to take initiative to even look at the platform because the platform is revolutionary and it's undervalued and no one's talking about it. Because the key isn't, everyone's talking about Lupe Fiasco and Gucci Mane, but Gucci Mane, but that doesn't help you. What helps you is to research the platform. And from that platform, you can see things like who they're partnered with, who's investing in them. And then you can start finding about different cryptocurrencies and stocks for you to actually invest in. That's the actual game. It's not about, Lupe Fiasco and Gucci Mane are doing an NFT. Cool. But how
they don't care about your pockets.
They don't care about your pockets. They don't care about your pockets.
So the plug is finding out the platform that runs those pockets.
Yeah. So we're going to join the Discord, bro.
So a major news in the NFT space as well is that Yuga Labs, who we mentioned in one of our NFT calls on NFT Fridays, and Lava Labs, who we also mentioned in one of our NFT Friday sessions. These two are the biggest NFT creator platforms outside of Flow. Please also do your own research on Flow and Dapper Labs. Again, I'm going to say it one more time. Please go and do your own research on Dapper Labs and Flow blockchain. Don't come back to us in 6 months' time and be like, didn't tell us what to look at.
We don't need them to do the research. We did the research for them. And
we've done the research for them. It's on one of our episodes of the game. Just go through our old episodes and read and watch the Flow episode, and then do a little bit of your own research as well. But anyway, Yuga, actually, who makes Bored Ape Yacht Club and Mutant Ape Yacht Club, who I'm sure we've all heard of by now, have acquired Lava Labs, which make Meebits and CryptoPunks. So now this one company has a monopoly on the top 2 biggest NFTs going. And what they're going to do is, just like they allow people to have the commercial IP rights for the Mutant and for the Bored Ape Yacht Club, you're going to be able to do the same thing for CryptoPunks. So the people that own the CryptoPunks are now going to be able to create TV shows, clothing lines, drinks labels, all sorts off the back of their CryptoPunks. Now, the highest selling NFT at this moment in time in the world is a CryptoPunk, and it's over around $24 million. So, yeah, that is a huge move in the game. Now, the only thing that I'm a bit sus on is the fact that to be able to get the IP rights, you have to hand over your actual ID details. So you have to go through a lot of KYC. So that's the only thing that I was a bit sus on this move from Yuga Labs. Like it kind of goes against the point of you having a MetaMask. They want you to put your name, address, and all sorts of stuff into your MetaMask, which is a bit like, don't know about that. So yeah, that's one bit of news there. Then major news, which we've been kind of telling everyone for ages, is that JP Morgan are full of cap, because JP Morgan's CEO, Jamie Dimon, is notorious for saying that cryptocurrencies are a waste of time, NFTs are a waste of time. And then a lawsuit with Consensus, Joseph Lubin, one of the founders of Ethereum, reveals that JP Morgan actually own a critical amount of the Ethereum network. What are the chances that JP Morgan are some of the biggest players in not only crypto, but in Ethereum, and they have a controlling stake? What are the chances of that? So again, you know, this dream that we've been telling everybody that it's all decentralized and whatever. No, the banks are involved. We've been trying to tell you that, like, the only reason that something gets up to 300 billion in valuation is if banks and VCs are involved. Now, this is very interesting because this came out literally at the same time that the information about XRP and where they stood in the position with their lawsuit came out. So it was just very convenient timing, and I feel like someone was very upset and leaked some information on JP Morgan on that one. Just there's a bit of a strange coinky dinky timing on that one. But yeah, I think that's about it for my news. Final piece is obviously that LimeWire is launching an NFT marketplace, which I think is pretty cool. I'll just quickly take any of these questions and then we'll go from there. Gary V's Book Games is on Immutable X platform. There's the link for the DeFi tickets is in there. And then we've, oh yeah, cool, perfect. Cool. Ninja, you all good to continue now?
Okay, so update.
You want me to go to some TA because I can do that?
Yeah. Just update the tech situation. My meeting on my laptop is converted 76%, so it should be done in about 10 minutes. And my phone is on 10% on a very, very sketchy wire. So yeah, if you could do TA for 10, and then I'm definitely ready to take over in 10.
Okay, cool. So part of our new signal service that's going to be coming is we're going to be allowing and showing people how to short stocks as well as crypto. So what does it mean to short? It means you make money when things are on the way down. Now, this is the current state of the S&P 500. It's been going up pretty erratically.
I can't see the screen share. Can you guys see the screen? Can you guys see?
There we go. Can you see now?
Oh, now we see it.
Now we see it. Okay, cool. So this is the S&P 500. Wouldn't it be fantastic that you could make money on the way up? So you could make money when it's going up, and then you could make money when it does this. That would be absolutely fantastic, right? Because then what you could do with all the money that you've made here is you now invest this. And this is exactly what the banks do. So we want to teach people how to make money like the banks do. So we're going to be using a platform called FTX because this is the platform that our boy, Mr. Spectacular, loves. And if any of you are familiar with an indicator called the RSI, which is the Relative Strength Index, let's have a look at that and how that works. The RSI is an indicator that indicates when things are overvalued or undervalued. Now, when things are over 70, that suggests that things are overbought. And when things are below 30, it suggests that things are oversold. So let's say, for example, here in the 2020 market crash because of COVID, we can see that things were very oversold because they got down to 15 on the RSI. Now, at this moment in time, we're in an exact opposite on oil because oil is currently at an RSI of 84. So this doesn't mean it's going to come down, but it means it's very likely to come down. And we can see it already has done that, and it's done a little gap down here. from 128 down to around 105. But let's have a look at some other things. So we've got gold doing something very similar. We've got a bit of a double top here on gold as well. Let's just move this up. Oh, we've been joined by Bitcoin Buddha. Been joined by an all-star cast today. I'm sure even Mr. J. Campbell's in the room today. That's when we know something's going on. It means we're doing something right.
Oh, we got 21 people. This is good.
Mr. J. Campbell, I need you to call me really soon, please. Actually,
I just want to know who Bitcoin Buddha is.
J. Campbell, we are well overdue a catch up, and I have several people that need your skills.
Okay. I'll give you a shout soon.
Shout out J. Campbell, man. Hey, what's it? Time well spent. What was that podcast?
Time well invested.
Time well invested. Yeah, that's an oldie but goodie if you can find that one.
Yeah. So my baby, my favorite investment of all time, is getting absolutely demolished here, as we can see. But it's coming to a very nice level on the fib level here. So for me, this is a new buy zone because it's basically on a 75% discount right now. As we can see, it's been getting absolutely battered. However, the fundamental side of it is still good, if you ask me, and that's investing in innovation for the future. But again, we can see it's getting absolutely battered. So that on that side. Again, when we look at Netflix, something similar has happened here with Netflix. It's getting absolutely battered. We can see there was a previous accumulation zone just here, and we had a nice spike up. And now we've come down to around the same price that we was at in 2020. So in 2020, we can see these are the price levels we were at. And pretty much all the gains that Netflix has made have just been wiped off. Now, one of the things that I thought was interesting with that is, let's see if it doesn't make me change. Can you still see my screen?
Yeah.
Oh, it's making me do it that way. Okay, wait, hold up. Has it gone to my web browser?
No, we're still on TradingView.
Okay, hold up. So one of the things that I thought was interesting with Netflix is when you have a look at what's going on with their financials. So again, this is something that we teach in the lessons, so I'm being quite generous here in this episode. But this is just like investing for beginners 101. So let's say, for example, we go to hypercharts, and this will give us the breakdown on the fundamentals of Netflix. So a lot of people are still thinking that Disney is better than Netflix in terms of Disney Plus. But let's have a look behind the hood of how these two companies are doing. Let's just take a quick look, like a beginner's look into these companies. So we'll go to Netflix first, and we can see their streaming memberships are actually increasing, which is always a good sign for a streaming platform. You want their memberships to be increasing. Their revenue is actually also increasing. So just based on that, if their memberships are increasing and their revenue is increasing, why the hell did the chart look like it did? That's because people saw this, which is a massive drop in their net income from 1.7 billion at the start of Q1 2021 to Q4, where they dropped pretty much in half to 607 million. So obviously some investors have been a little bit spooked and a little bit worried, but we've got to just look at the past and ask ourselves, has this happened to Netflix before? Yes, it has. In 2018, they dropped from 402 million down to 133 million. But then if you stuck with them, look what would have happened. And I'm sure that's representative in the chart if we looked at the chart. So what's happened with Netflix? They've had a massive drop in their margins, which is obviously, if you reduce your margins, then it means you're reducing the profit that you're making on your subscribers. Now, this is where the interesting thing comes in. Let's now go to Yahoo Finance, another platform that we use to research things. And let's have a look at Netflix on here. And somewhere around here is some news about Netflix. Oh, let's just go to news. Oh yeah, it's down here. About Netflix's plans to increase their subscribers by 500 million people. That's number one. And then also to charge all of their subscribers an extra $2. Now, do the maths. If they have 222 million subscribers across 190 countries, what's going to happen to their net income, their profit, if they charge everybody £2 more? It's going to go up. What's going to happen to a lot of investors and the earnings report after that? It might be pretty positive. Now, again, go and do your own research. This isn't me saying that Netflix is going to go up, but it is saying that fundamentally things are lining up for them. And then if we then go back.
Last month I had a bad month. Man, we had 4 bags. Ask Ice Straws if I'm lying. I got no
where
shame
is that
in saying
coming from?
Because I won't break myself to look fly. I may not have the new Gucci shoes will come out.
In the background. Sorry.
No, but Jal was.
Sorry about that. Right. So where was I? Share screen.
Oh yeah, by the way, I got my control back, computer's working. So yeah, whenever you want to chill out, I got some game for the guys.
Boom. Cool. Right. So yeah, we can see Netflix here, and then let's look at the RSI on Netflix. It is in the dirt. It is currently at 19. No, it was at 19. It's now around 23. So again, severely oversold. Now, one of the key ones that I want to look at is Google. Why Google? Because Google are one of the companies that have announced a massive stock split of 20-1. Now, what is a 20-1 stock split? What does that mean in English? That basically means that anybody that buys or holds any Google stock, for every 1 share that you have of Google stock, you will then be given 20. Now, another company that's doing the same thing is Amazon. Amazon are doing something similar, and they are also, look like they're in a bit of an accumulation zone there, are also doing a 20-1 stock split. So if you had 1 share of Amazon at $2,837 and 1 share of Google at $2,559 roughly, you would then end up with 20 shares of Google and 20 shares of Amazon. Now, the reason I'm a bit wary of this is because of fractional investing. Because of fractional investing, you don't need to do that. But again, I get it from a psychological point of view. It makes it attractive to newer investors if Amazon shares and Google shares were £200 or £100 instead of 2,000. It just makes them a little bit more attractive. So yeah, very interesting on that one. So I'm going to hand over to, and again, you can see this really nice support line right here on Google. So we'll see how this one plays out. But I'm going to hand over to your boy, who's going to go.
Yeah. Okay, let's go. All right, first of all, I just want the man to come say hello, because I think from now on, my crib, officially, if you know me, is going to become the game crib. So, man, just say hello, say your names.
Yo, I'm a Fifi. What's you lot saying?
What's good?
You can say hello for a second.
Yes, my brother. My name is Az. That's from you guys.
Yeah, these are like my. So I posted recently. I'm taking on 10 new students. We've got 3 of them in the house now. We've got two of my homies at the back, and we've got Mr. Elliot. Elliot, you've done two 101s. Can you just tell the people what your experience was?
Good experience. I'm learning a lot. Yeah, Ninja's a good teacher. We get into it, and I'm enjoying the process so far. So long may it continue. And yeah, if you're not a student yet and he's got spaces, I would implore you to fill up that space.
I got 6 more spaces, guys. 6 more spaces. Okay, cool. So if you make me the co-host, let's get it.
Hold up. Whilst I'm just making Ninja the co-host, if anything we've ever said has helped you to make money, or anything Blockchain Sensei has ever said, done, or posted has helped you to make any money in any shape, way, or form, please type game in chat.
All right, I'm the co-host now, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So, guys, it's time to deep dive into one of the greatest ever cryptocurrency reports on planet Earth that is most relevant and digestible by a relatively large audience, even beginners. Mind you, some of this stuff goes over my head. Mr. Harding, let's be honest, you don't understand all of this report, do you?
No, this report, I'll be honest with you, right?
There's things I don't understand.
Report, I was worried about giving it to beginners, or even the reason we've taken so long to get this out is because it's taken so long to read. It's the most intense thing I've ever read, and it has the most game in it I've ever read. I genuinely believe if anyone was to take their time out to read this from beginning to end and click on every single one of the hyperlinks, which is the blue links, you would know more than me and Ninja combined in crypto. You would be in you'd probably be in the top 0.01% of people in terms of knowledge.
I mean, first of all, you can't take away experience. Okay, I've been an entrepreneur for 15 years. I started trading.
I would say that this paper wipes that all out the window.
All out the window.
Yeah.
I'm not backing that. I'm not. No, you'll definitely know loads of things that I don't know because I don't understand a lot of things in this paper. And unlike Mr. Harding, I'm still yet to click on the hyperlinks. So
yeah, exactly. So you can't comment.
Yeah. I can't. Okay. I can't comment. I can't comment that.
Once you start clicking on the links, then you'll be like, yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm avoiding clicking on these links. I want to click on them, but
the whole different rabbit hole.
Yeah, it's a whole different rabbit hole. So I think we should just start off with kind of the beginning points, because I'll be honest, the first part of this report is extremely digestible. I mean, it starts off with ho ho ho. So, but it's arguably the most serious crypto report in the world, and has the power to move markets. Okay, so let's get through. The alpha in this report is free, and many have gleaned insights from past reports that have helped them make money, but nothing here is investment advice. Be an adult. Okay, he obviously credits all these people. I am yet to click on these people, but I do recognize the name Chris Dixon. This is what I love, okay? And this kind of I was having a conversation with Mr. Harding. One thing that I want everyone to entrust is that if we're out of the trench temporarily, you best believe we'll get back in. I was having a conversation with Summer. I felt like I'd been spending so much of my time as an entrepreneur and business operator. I wasn't spending enough time as just being an investor and a researcher. This report, anybody who's out of the trenches right now, especially like CEOs of Web3 companies and market researchers, etc., or lawyers in Web3, read this report, you'll get back in the trenches. Let's just say that. I spent a few weeks out the trenches. This thing got me back in. So what I love is that the guy he wrote this said that it took him 250 hours to write, 8 to 10% of his annual bandwidth, and every year I secretly root to Flop to spare me another one. If you like the report, you can thank the Messari team for running the business in my absence. One day, me and Mr. Harding might need to be absent, and Storm, Keish, and Lucas might need to run the business for a bit because we want to write one of these kind of reports.
I'd like to highlight number 4 here. I own assets discussed in this report. My core holdings are disclosed at the end of chapter 1. Say no more.
Can you just skip to chapter 1?
I'm just for anyone that what we've just said, the guy that has done a 250-hour research paper on crypto, the #1 research company in crypto, has got his investment portfolio in this paper.
Should we skip to it?
No, I think people should do that themselves.
Yeah, all right.
If they're serious, they'll do it themselves.
I was getting excited. Now, to be fair, everyone can get this report. It's free, and like I said, I've only consumed it till page 83, and I've skipped through the end, skipped through all the way to the end. But let's just read quotations from it. As always, I'm humbled you would consider reading this report and appreciate. Oh, who am I kidding? This report is fucking incredible. And like Kanye at one of his concerts, I'm jealous you get to read it with fresh eyes. Just like Kanye says, I'm jealous you get to listen to this with fresh music. I'm jealous of every beginner crypto person who is discovering what the blockchain is. Do you remember how exciting that was, Miss Harding? Do you remember your first trade? 2015 MT4, baby. Do you know what I mean? Some of you guys are still yet to lose your trading virginity. Babies, right? So while we're here, let's have a look at this tweet string from 2-Bit Idiot. I'm sick of feeling like we have to apologize for our early stage and walk on eggshells around politicians and regulators. We built a 2 trillion financial market from scratch. From scratch, you know, the rails are kind of involved, but yeah, I get it. At the start from scratch, in less than a decade with absolutely no institutional help. Well, no institutional help now. And active incumbents from government. Meanwhile, banks give you 0.025% interest on your deposits and front run your trades legally. And the DC gifters overspend, debase your tax dollars whilst the inside trade starts with impunity. Like was the early stage transformational tech markets, there are some characters, some bad actors, but mostly it's just brave entrepreneurs and innovators. I would consider us brave entrepreneurs and innovators. Don't spit in our face and pretend you're here to save people from us. We started this movement to save people from you. Okay, table of contents. Okay, there's some amazing quotations in terms of crypto and Web3 that I actually tweeted out. So I want to. So why are you reading this? Maybe you're amongst nearly 500,000 millennials and Gen X investors who said it would take a miracle to retire. You're worried about skyrocketing public debt, not so transitionary inflation, and what happens when we finally experience a hike in interest rates. For you, crypto is a lift raft. Maybe you're one of the 70% of Americans who disapprove of Congress. Well, I'm not American, but I disapprove of our current system. Maybe you're a populist from the right or the left that seeks knowing Wall Street faced no repercussions for fueling the last financial crisis and tends to profit from federal policies that punish their customers. Okay, dimensions of trust, ethical, unethical, less competent, competent. I don't want to go too into this. I want to just get into like the quotes. Crypto and Web3 is inevitable. That's one of the only bearish predictions in this report. Crypto or the early recent en vogue Web3 is an unstoppable force in the long term. Chris Dixon calls it the internet owned by builders and users orchestrated with tokens. So basically, Web 1 was read only. Web 2, which we're in now, is about read, writing, and content. But Web 3 is about ownership. Rest in peace, Nipsey Hussle. Now I understand what ownership means because I feel it. Every time Apple release new products, let me tell you guys, I have never ever bought any Apple products in my entire life. The only Apple I own is the Apple inside my NASDAQ and the Apple stock, and that's it. So when Apple innovate and release, I get happy.
Player. He's playing the game.
Play the game. Play the game, baby. Okay, so all right, where are we going? Okay. Bridges and nifty DAOs. I want to just get to some juice. The decoupling of cryptos. I want to skip through this, and I want Miss Harding to say stop.
You can stop on any page, and I can find you game on it. There's game on every page. So all right, go back up there. Go back up. Okay, boom. It's tough to comprehend the size of the private crypto fund market right now. When we raised $225 million for DCG in 2015, it was one of the biggest rounds in a crypto investment firm at the time. Today, firms like Polychain, Paradigm, A16Z, Andreessen Horowitz, Multicoin, FreeASE, and others manage billions of dollars, in some cases 10 billion plus or more, and investing 25 million a clip in their medium-sized deals. Hedge funds plan to deploy 7% of their assets into crypto within 5 years. And pension funds are starting to buy direct too. So that's one link you want to click on. And then you want to write down all of those names of those VC funds that were just mentioned.
Okay, let's think about this for a second. Okay, hedge funds plan to deploy 7% of their assets into crypto within 5 years. Well, let's look at how much money the top hedge funds have. Let's start off with Messari. What is a good hedge fund?
You can just do it from Adver Ratings. Go to Adver Ratings, the place that we normally do it from. Go to the asset management one, and then you just go to the right-hand side, and it will give you the top hedge funds as well. Top asset management companies, yeah. Adver Rating, yep. And then at the top, it should let you click on hedge funds, or on the right-hand side. Scroll down. Wealth managers, asset managers. Oh no, it doesn't. Okay, Google it. Just Google it. Top 10 at hedge funds. Bridgewater will definitely be on there. Ray Dalio's.
In the world. Let's see how much money they got.
There we go. Bridgewater Associates.
Okay, right. Assets under management. List of hedge funds. Bridgewater Associates. Assets under management as a.
And then I think what would be best.
Right.
No. Look at the top bit.
Oh, millions of USD. So it's not. Wait. So this will be 100 billion if it's Bridgewater assets, because 100,000 million is. Wait, 100,000 million. I'm making this up. I need to just do the maths quickly in my
Best
head.
way is just click on Bridgewater Associates on the link on the top, and then it'll tell you. And now go down to the bottom right, and it'll tell you.
140 billion in assets under management as of March 2021. So 7% of 140 billion that's like 9 billion.
Yep.
That's a lot.
And go down on the right hand side.
That's a lot.
Yeah, AUM 140 billion. Yeah.
Yeah, 140 billion, 7%. That's a lot of bill. That's like 9 bill, right?
Yep.
That's basically Litecoin supply, and that's one hedge fund. So one hedge fund can double Litecoin. Shouts my baby. Okay. How high can we fly? The crash, which we all know is coming, might be more muted. Do you know what? You did so much TA, and I'm not the TA guy, but I wanted to try some. Let's get the Mr. Harden approval on this. So I've been on my. Let's just.
I love how this looks. This literally looks like you've been in the game.
I've been in the game. Do you know what? I'm gonna do some fresh TA for you. So I learned some Elliott wave, right?
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I've been watching the Come Up series, and I've learned like to plot out Elliott wave, and I know that wave 5 is the biggest wave. So let me just paint this out for everybody. If I'm like incorrect, Mr. Harding can like incorrect me live. Why not? I'm a student of the game. Yeah, guy. Okay.
I would just use the auto Elliott wave.
The auto Elliott wave.
Yeah, for a beginner, just click on indicators. This is mad game that we're giving people. But yeah, draw it out anyway. Draw it out.
Just approximately.
Yep. Wave 1, wave 2, wave 3, wave 4. Yeah.
5 is always the biggest one. So I don't know exactly where it's going to go, but let's just predict like around 3.4. Sounds about right. Because in terms of the game from here to here, what's that? 16%. So if we just take that model again, 16%. Pretty sure. 16%.
But then what happens after the wave 5?
The biggest crash. So like the drawdown, like the bleed and the drawdown is more.
Yep, the ABC correction. So now go to the auto Elliott wave. Click on indicators. Yo, we're giving mad game in this episode.
I'm not getting a live lesson here, guys. I don't know how to do this.
Search Elliott wave. Yep, there you go. Chart wave, Elliott wave pattern. What game we are giving away here? That's ridiculous.
Oh my god! Yes!
Well done. Free hand. Yes. Without anything else, no Don Chan, nothing. No. Well, you're off just slightly because
no, I'm off, but I free drew that with no.
Yeah, you got most of it. You got most of it.
Yeah.
This is saying that we're in the ABC correction now, and that we're about to start wave 1 all over again.
Oh.
So what you've drawn as wave 5 is technically wave 1. So we're about to start a brand new cycle.
Yeah.
Which makes sense. Anyway, back to the report.
Crazy. Back to the report. Sorry, I really wanted to do that.
Oh. Before you go back to the report, go to the Dow Jones and see what the auto Elliott wave is saying for the Dow Jones. This might be interesting. Yeah, DJI. Oh, it's not doing it. Doesn't want to. But yeah, if you look at this, for me, I think, yeah, it's not showing it. All right, cool. Go on, carry on. Back to the report. Give people the game.
Okay, how high can we fly? I'm glad to talk about Bitcoin here. So the crash, which we all know is coming. Okay, guys, please, right? Everyone who did it, who's been in crypto since at least February to March 2021, who didn't sell in May 2021, who didn't sell in November 2021, right? HODL, like Mr. Spectacular said, is a psyop, okay? The whales don't HODL. The whales leverage long on the way up, leverage short on the way down, with options, with futures, with inside trading, with inside knowledge of DeFi, knowing when IPOs and ICOs are coming. Let's play the game, let's level up, okay? You need to hit the sell button. Selling is harder than buying and holding. I'm sorry, okay? This is when you sell. I'm not gonna give the exact price. If or when Bitcoin exceeds all-time highs of more than 10% of its all-time highs. What was Bitcoin all-time high? 68,000, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, something like that. So the exact price is 74,000 when you need to look to take some profit. Will Bitcoin shoot up to like 90,000? Maybe it's possible, right? But selling at 74K is not a bad idea, because it's not financial advice, but Mr. Harding, can you back me on, we're very confident Bitcoin will, if or when it hits 74, 72, is going to drop below 72, 74.
Very, very likely.
So there's a buyback opportunity.
What I will say is what we say pretty much every single episode, is that the methodology, I'm not saying that you listening should use this methodology, but it's a methodology that I use. And that is, if I've made an investment, if it does 100%, I'm going to take some profit, because getting 100% on any investment is very, very well done. You have done extremely well, because where was you getting 100% before that? Nowhere. Now, if you then get 500% return on investment, regardless of the price, regardless of what the chart looks like, regardless of the fundamental news, again, take some profit. Why? Because if you're not taking profit or some profit at 500% gain, you are just being greedy. Now, when you then get to 1,000% on any asset that you're invested in, if you have taken no profit after a 10x gain, you are not one of our students. And I'll be honest with you and direct. You're actually a bit of a dickhead, because like, if you're getting 1,000% gain and looking at it, hoping for more, that is called greed. That is unnecessary greed, because there is nobody on this call, as far as I'm aware, that was getting, or anyone watching this video, that unless you work for Goldman Sachs or JP Morgan and you were doing some crazy options trades, was getting 1,000% returns on investment on anything.
Okay, I want to do two more things. I want to read the how high can we fly section. Then I want to go to the JP Morgan Jamie Dimon is a kappa section. Then I want to show you guys, and then I want to do a little bit of TA, and then, like, I'm sorry, but can I just say publicly, I want to get as good as Mr. Harding on TA, and there's actually a reason why I'm not. It's because I've just not spent the time in the courts on the charts. I'm telling you, when I get really good at TA, it's about to become fun. Like, guys, for all the times I've done TA, has it been fun? Who was there with the red light, green light one? That was a good one, right? He was there for red light, green light.
It was sick.
Yeah.
You guys remember, right? Yeah, I just need to do
was
it
good.
more. I need to do it more. I'm trying to get the Mr. Harding, Elliott Wave, Fibonacci retracement sharp. You know what I mean? We'll get there. But how high can we fly? So the crash, which we all know is coming, and it is coming, and it's gonna hurt. Please, everyone take their initial fiat out. I'm just gonna say that. Please take your initial investment out before the crash. So when your coins bleed, you'll be like, I at least got my money back.
This is not investment advice, by the way.
Yeah, you know. Like, I'm just saying, consider it, haha, entertainment, you know. Or maybe it'll be entertaining just to hodl. You know the ones? Hodl.
Go on, carry on reading.
So anyway, Bitcoin, the king is no rival. I'll elaborate why in chapter 3. As a monetary asset with no earnings, it's an asset that is price versus value, which means it's almost always judged on a relative basis to its analog cousin gold. But there are fundamentals worth tracking for Bitcoin too. The best bogey may be the market value to realized value metric popularized by coin metrics. That's the ratio of free float Bitcoin. 19 keys talking about this. Free float Bitcoin market cap, coins that have moved in the past 5 years to realized value, which sums the price, which sums the market price of each Bitcoin according to the time it last moved on chain. Obviously, there's a lot of off-chain coins that are on centralized storage units. Market cap can, sorry, not centralized cold storage units. Market cap can stay the same while realized market cap spikes, vice versa. One is a snapshot of Bitcoin stock time prices. The other is a dynamic measure that brings flow into the equation as well. If you want to be a hodler and can't stomach 4-year bear markets, that's not me. I don't want to stomach 4-year bear markets. I'm going to be 30. I want to sell at the top. Okay. Sorry. Then whenever NVRV hits 310s to be a good time to take gains. I don't even know what this means. You know what this means?
Guess what you should do? Go and do some research.
I should definitely research what NVRV means. In the 3 previous double bubbles, which you can really only see using a metric like NVRV. Let's just Google it.
I knew you was gonna do that.
I'm okay with not knowing things.
But no, this is why I said to do it. This is why I said it, because it's important to show people how quickly and how easily they can just go and research something.
No, of course. See, I didn't want to do this because I know this would then, like, the reading time would then reduce. I just wanted to get, like, the gems. For the record...
But this is a gem. This is what I'm saying with this paper.
Okay. No,
Every time you do something related to this paper, it's a gem. When they listed the 6 bloody venture capital companies, if you research that, that's a gem. If you research MVRV, that's a gem. If you go and look at the portfolio that he's got, and you look at all of those tokens, that's a gem. The whole thing is just a big fat gem.
Oh, so by MVRV ratio, Bitcoin's already 100K. Because in the current price in coin market cap, the price is just the market cap divided by circulating supply. But this is only taking the market cap of liquid Bitcoin.
Yep, not the illiquid
Because
Bitcoin.
just 19 keys, 78% of Bitcoin is illiquid.
Yep, can't move.
So Bitcoin's already 100K, kinda.
Yeah, it fundamentally, yes.
Hey, I'm proud to say that I did not know what MVRV is, and you made me find out. It's very easy to understand. Okay, for those that don't understand, let me just go back because I don't want to get all excited and you guys don't understand what I'm talking about. So we say this time and time again, but I know there's new people. The mathematical reason why the price of crypto is the price of crypto is because it's market cap, which means how much is invested in that asset, divided by circulating. Please keep it down a bit. Love. So the mathematical reason why the price of crypto is the price of crypto is because it's market cap, which is how much is invested in this asset. In this case, 736 billion, divided by how many coins are in circulation. In this case, 18.9 million. So if I just do this calculation here, 736 divided by this amount is the reason why the price is 38,000. However, remember, 78% of Bitcoin is locked, right? So out of that circulating supply, and this is what MVRV, I don't know what it stands for. What does it stand for? MVRV ratio was created by Murad Mahmudov and David Poole. Okay, I don't know what it actually stands for, but it basically means the value of Bitcoin if it's not the circulating supply, but sellable supply, right? So let's imagine the circulating supply is not 18.9 million, but it is in fact.
The best way of remembering or understanding what MVRV is it sounds like mover. So just remember it as the movable market cap. Yeah. Because it's just basically relating to what's movable, what's not movable.
Exactly. So in theory, if 19 keys is correct, I'm gonna assume he's done his research. There is only, according to 19 keys, I'm saying according to 19 keys because this is where I got the information, only this amount of Bitcoin is what is liquid, right? 4.1 million. So if I do 736 billion, again, divided by not 18.9 million, but 4.2 million, something like that, 4.2 million, equals the price is 175k Bitcoin. Over here, this Bitcoin Nvrv ratio chart, it tells me a different price, which is, what price does this tell me? This tells me 60,000. So it goes, it must go off a different measurement. But basically, the key point is that this is actually a fake price. Like this is a price that is not accurate because from 18.9 million Bitcoin in circulation, quote unquote circulation, it's not really in quote unquote circulation because most of it is not being sold. Most of it is not for sale. And this was a conversation I was having with Elliot. It's important to stack these assets like Bitcoin, Ethereum, because one day, this is what I theorize, that these assets will not be so liquid and available on centralized exchanges. They'll then be, you'll only be able to buy large amounts of Bitcoin, Ethereum in the future through private sale. Because you're just not going to be able to buy one Bitcoin on Binance because it'll be illegal. Like they won't let you. Centralized exchange they already cap your deposit. Like your deposit, what is it, Coinbase? Is it £10,000 sterling or something like that?
It'll be just like how it's illegal to move large amounts of gold. It'll be the same thing.
Exactly. It's going to
be. You're not a whale. You're not an investment bank. You can hold that amount of money, but you can't move it at one time because it affects the government. It affects the economy.
Okay. I got one more thing to share, then we'll take Q&As. Okay. Mr. Harding, have you ever heard of coin shares? Because I'd never heard of coin shares prior.
Yeah, we've gone through one of their reports before.
Have we? I'm tripping. Yeah. Okay, my bad. Maybe I just stop paying attention. But these guys have like 10 followers on Instagram, which is crazy. They do weekly reports on digital asset fund flows. So let's read the latest one because we know how fun that is. So what's interesting about this report is there's been high. Okay, let me tell you the takeaway of this report. Okay, I'm going to give the game straight away. The takeaway of this report is there is high levels of fiat being taken away out of cryptocurrency, but into crypto funds.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
So that means the flows are flowing from the large caps and are about to flow heavily into the small caps.
Mm-hmm. Okay, this is only a 3-page report. Thank God. I love these reports because they give one report a week and it's only 3 pages, so we've all got time. Let's read the whole thing and then we'll take Q&As. Okay, outflows of $110 million highlight regulatory concern remain a key issue for digital assets. Digital asset investment products saw outflows totaling 110 million last week following a 7-week run of inflows, right? 80 million of outflows derived from North America, with outflows beginning at the start of last week, suggesting they are a response to the US presidential executive order to study digital assets more deeply.
But bear in mind, in the heat of the bull market, when the whole Meta, Decentraland, Sandbox thing popped off, that there was, I think the volume on Decentraland alone was 10 billion.
Uh-huh.
So those inflows and outflows.
Yeah, but something's happening. Multi-asset, multi-coin and blockchain equity investment products saw inflows totaling US 12 million, 4.1 million. Okay. Digital asset investment products saw outflows totaling 110 million. Yeah, 80 million, you already know that. Bitcoin saw totaling.
The bit that's very important to note is this on the left-hand side. This, yeah, exactly that.
Why is it that the most important one, the one that we want to know their weak flows, it's not there? That's a bit cheeky.
It's not cheeky, it's done for a reason.
I would like to look at the assets under management. 33,000 million and which is more than all of these combined, times 2.
But why wouldn't they show their inflows or outflows? Because of who's connected.
Ethereum, on a relative basis, saw the largest outflows last week, totaling 51 million outflows, and year-to-date 1.2% of assets under management. So what a lot of these companies are doing is that they're taking money out of large caps, which we predict will go into small caps. But look at what I think is very, very interesting: the inflows of blockchain equities and ETPs. Inflow. And oh, look, they don't want to tell us the inflows. They don't want. Why is it so? Why is there so much publication of outflows but not publication of inflows?
Well, there normally is, but I think at this moment in time, it's because the earnings season's about to come up in it.
Oh, so you don't think like this is manipulation? You don't take this as manipulation? It's like,
Yeah.
We don't want to tell you.
But again, it's important to notice some of the names of some of those inflows: Invesco, Nasdaq, Bitwise, Goldman Sachs, Van Eck. Like the biggest guys in the game are there. Like, don't like just this idea that people are worrying that crypto isn't here to stay. But like, guys, the biggest guys in the game are involved. Like, I don't know what to say to people. Yeah, I think it's good point to round it off on is the Jamie Dimon as a kappa.
Okay, one sec. Let's just go to Goldman.
I'm waiting for the day Jamie Dimon acts us for getting at him so much. Oh, and Goldman, Gary. The guy that wrote this does not like Gary Gensler. Which after reading it, I kind of get it. I think he's definitely working for Goldman Sachs.
Okay, we'll end it like this. Sending shots. Like, this is like our beef with Goldman Sachs is like, we're Bugsy Malone and he's like Chip kind of thing. But wait, it's not, because you can't compare. Chip's a legend and this guy's a prick. How do we compare it? But it is kind of like some rap battle beef. So yeah. One final reason Gary Gensler is a liar and fraud when it comes to having any interest in protecting retail investors in the crypto markets has to do with Grayscale's Bitcoin Trust, GBTC product, which continues to be the most misunderstood product in crypto. I've not clicked on this link. I will do my best to briefly explain how it works, but the explanation could easily be 15 pages. The information about trust are all public, but you need to be sophisticated to even know what you're looking at in the filings. First, you need to understand the ORG chart. GBTC is the public share float of the spot-based Grayscale Bitcoin Trust, one of our favorite crypto asset management companies. The trust holds 40 billion of Bitcoin for a 2% annual fee. Grayscale is the sponsor of the trust and sponsors a family of similar trusts. Digital Currency Group is the parent company, 100% owner of Grayscale. Then you need to understand the difference between Grayscale's products and a normal ETF. A normal spot-based commodity ETF like gold has authorized participants, brokers. I don't know if you want to go into this.
Basically, the deal is that they're holding more than they're reporting to their customers.
That is the takeaway.
And they are currently the largest holders of Bitcoin. And they are currently the largest holders of crypto. But they're not under any regulation or getting any kind of problems at all. I wonder why that is. Oh yeah, because of the people investing in them. Yeah. Anyway, I think we're done there. We've lost a lot of people. I think it's been a bit of a deep one today. Been a lot of shots fired, and I think this one's for the hardcore only. Like, if you've made it to the end of this one, I can safely say you're one of the people that I believe will make a 500% return on crypto.
Just chosen one. Come on, Cam. Chosen ones. Come on, Cam.
Because this game is about those that stick it out and those that you've got to have sticking power, number one. You've got to have focus, number two, and you've got to be willing to go through the trenches and the dirt of research that no one else is willing to do. And only when you do those three things combined do you get 500% returns, not only 10x returns. You can even get 20x returns, because there is things in this report, things that we've said that are literally guarantees. Yeah, like basic guarantees of gains. Like, because the world's richest people in the world are not going to let their money and their investments not make them money. They're going to at least at a minimum, do a quick pump and dump on everything so that they can get their original investments back out. So yeah, let's go to Q&As.
So AJ asks, AJ, can you just ask that question so we can hear your voice?
Yeah, hey guys. So I just asked about altcoins. I just wonder if you think that the altcoin is going to fly this month or next month, and how long is the run going to be?
How
Your
long
prediction?
is the run going to be? The run is normally 28 to 40 days long. So I'm predicting it'll probably, history tends to repeat itself all the time for some unknown reason, whether it's in crypto, whether it's in market cycles, whether it's in the weather, whether it's in like what Ray Dalio says in his video, which I highly recommend people to come watch. But I would expect it to be 28 to 40 days, the big pump. And I think a lot of people are going to be exiting. The big players are going to be exiting and then shorting everything on the way down. And then, yeah, I don't know. I don't think I just feel a lot of regulations going to come in, and they're going to then stop retail being able to be involved in the way they are. Just an outside theory, being as XRP are kind of winning their case, and the people that they're backed by are all big banks, and from what I understand, the House of Saud and several other big family offices. It's kind of a bit of a battle. The XRP is is like the House of Montague, and Ethereum is like the House of Capulet. They've been fighting, and right now, the House of Montague, XRP, has just basically killed Tibble. So there is going to be some revenge on Ethereum. Like, they are not going to get away with it. Like,
wait, he's comparing crypto to Romeo and Juliet.
yeah, this is what's happening.
No, this is.
How did that take you so long to
But yeah, basically, there's going to be some drive-bys. There's definitely going to be some drive-bys and some shots fired on Ethereum, which we've seen already in terms of what's happened with the report that JP Morgan are some of the largest holders in Ethereum. So it wouldn't surprise me if all of a sudden there's a lawsuit on Ethereum, and then Ethereum gets banned, or there's a lawsuit on Ethereum which crashes the whole market. The NFTs all go to shit. Everyone's like, oh no, you can't invest in crypto because the largest one was Ethereum, and all these NFTs are a scam now, and it's under regulation, and the SEC have banned it. And then basically,
it's funny how it's a scam when the price is going down.
Yeah, because
when it's going up, it's not a scam.
If there is a lawsuit on Ethereum, can you imagine how much that would scare the retail investors, just everyday people, off investing in crypto? They would never touch it. They would never go near NFTs ever. And then who wins?
Seriously though, everyone who has most of their net worth in NFTs, no shots fired at anybody, you might want to consider liquidating.
Yeah,
like NFT people don't talk about selling. Like I know the utilities and all that kind of thing, but I know certain people have large amounts of their net worth in NFTs.
And the other reason why I would suggest that is because XRP has an NFT ledger. Like, we've already seen it. Me and Fadlan have been lucky that we've seen it in action, but it's going to become very mainstream very soon. And I just feel, yeah, I hope that kind of answers the question. I drifted off a little bit, but I hope it answers the question.
Yeah, it does. Drifting off is good.
Cool. Oh, good. Any, we got any other questions in here? Let's just go to the chat. Tokyo Drift. Yeah, it was a bit of a Tokyo Drift. I went completely off the scale. Let's get some questions from newbies. We've got Dada, Baba, and Kaka. That's literally the name. You've been unmuted. Ask away a question, please, if you may.
How you doing, everybody? You'll have to forgive the name. That's actually from my last Zoom birthday call. That's actually for my nieces. Dada meaning granddad, Baba is my grandma and me, basically.
Love it, love it, love it, love it.
I think you should keep it.
I think you should keep it. It's great. It's a great icebreaker. Yeah, tell us what you've taken value from in today's episode.
Yeah, I love the reports. Definitely want to spend some time reading into them and hopefully clicking on all the links. I'll probably be there for about 6 months, but I've got to give it a go. Yeah, no, I completely agree. Even from that little intake you guys have given us, I can see a lot of good worth, good insight into the whole game. Yeah, I like what you guys do. Keep up the good work, really. Yeah, I've just been out of the game a little because the market's just up and down, but I'm kind of back on it. And
you should be in the game regardless of how the market is, because when you learn to be good, you make money in all markets.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I get what you mean, but I was a little bit deflated I had a bit of money in like Olympus Dow, and that's just gone from
these
gone
DAOs,
to shit, basically.
These DAOs, so many people were like, "Oh, Mike, you don't even know anything about crypto if you're not in these DAOs." And I was like, mate, I've known about Olympus Dow and all these DAOs from one of our students for a very long time. I've just avoided them because I knew that this would happen. And surprise, surprise, what's happened? Everyone's been hurt. But now I think is a great time to buy.
I'm going to say something very, very serious. I've been public about this before. Say it again. This is how I divide my wealth. 40% in crypto, right? That's where it's unstable. 10% in cash, 30% in real estate, 20% in stocks. Even me, the crypto person, I've got like less than 40% or around 40% max in cryptocurrency. Like people who got the most burn. I know there's people out there with like 80% of their net worth in nodes. It's crazy. There's people with 95% of the net worth. I'm not sending shots to anybody in NFTs. Come on, like
crazy.
Like stable coins, GBP. Like you need to get ready to like get things out. Have things in Bitcoin. Have things in Ethereum.
100. Did you have a question anyway?
No question, to be honest with you. Not at the moment. No, thank you.
No worries. Thank you for your time. Let's go to Denzel Jones. I think you're a newbie. Denzel, you've been unmuted.
Hello.
What up, Denzel? How you doing, bro?
Good, brother. So let me.
Good. Yeah, we'll just start off with asking, what's the thing that you feel you took the most value from today, or something that you learned?
Do you know what? It was the report that you guys went over. I'm definitely gonna have to dive into that myself, because I thought that I was really interested in. Obviously, it had a lot of factual information. I would say I'm new to the whole Web3 or NFT space, but I've already purchased my first NFT. The project didn't go as expected, but I'm still obviously holding. Hopefully the floor price rises, obviously. But yeah, I like the report. I liked the start of the conversation with yourself. I took a lot from yourself, which was good. I made a few notes. Elliot actually brought me to brought me here. So he's a good friend of mine.
Elliot.
Yeah, so yeah, man, I'm interested in kind of like jumping in on Friday as well and kind of like following what you guys are doing. I think it's really good as well. There's not a lot of people that are actually out there that kind of are doing what you lot do, especially in the UK as well. So I was really impressed with the information you lot had today.
Love. Have you got any questions? Anything that you want us to look at, even on the charts?
No questions. It's obviously it's just kind of like as an early investor or somebody that's in this whole realm, I would kind of just like ask a question on like what's there to look out for, or any projects that you guys think that are like.
Let me. So you're a beginner in this space, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Two key acronyms that I want you to note down: MPT, modern portfolio theory. I don't know why, but I've never really said this word too tough, but I'm going to start saying it a lot. This adapts to the current climate. So right now, I tell people, literally start deciding slowly and surely how much of your net worth you're going to tie between cash, crypto, stocks, and an NFT portfolio. Too many people just go straight all in. Like you shouldn't go from like 100% cash to 50% crypto, 50% cash. That's actually quite ludicrous. You should invest as your knowledge rises, right? So what you want is that you want to build yourself a portfolio. It's not financial advice, but you want to build yourself a portfolio, in my opinion, of assets that you can keep accumulating in the long term, including but not limited to Bitcoin, Ethereum, NASDAQ, Microsoft, Apple, right? I would say, in my opinion, they're like beginner number 5 holy grails. They don't change your life. They don't 3x. They don't increase by 40% overnight, but they're things that no matter what happens in the world in the long term, that should sustain and rise in value. Like Apple stock tripled since the pandemic, right? People don't like talking about it, but that is the blueprint.
You could have made more money just investing and holding in Apple or Nvidia than most cryptos.
In the long term, yeah. If you're just buying and holding. Like buying and holding long term, like if you're really a hodler, you should be a stocks hodler.
Yeah.
Unpopular opinion in the crypto community. But if you're really the person who can't press sell and can't stomach mad crashes, stock market's only taken a 14% correction.
However, there is a potential major dip coming. So
yeah, no, of course. But I'm saying like
I would be wary of stocks at the moment. There's going to be a big pump, but then I'm just telling everyone, be very wary of everything right now. So thank you for that. That's all. We'll go to Elliot. Elliot, is this your first time to the game?
Yeah, first time to the game. I just had a one-on-one with Ninja prior to this, and last week I was in the NFT
Fridays. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Friday just gone. I was in that one. So
love that.
Yeah,
how long you been growing you? Totally off topic. How long you been growing your dreads?
2014. Since 2014. So
Okay. I've got a way to go yet.
Well, just hold it. Just hold and don't cut them.
Just like investing.
Yeah. Just
go hold. But yeah, man, thank you for turning up. Thank you for inviting a friend. What would you say you took value from in today's episode? I
like the way it's kind of short and snappy. So the way that you talk about one topic, so you went through your Instagram feed, you talk about one post. So then you're not going too deeply into one where you can lose people, but you're giving everyone a small little snapshot of a broad range of highlights. So that then allows you, if you've got the connecting kind of mind, to connect all of the dots and see what the general environment is like. So I like that. And then you switch it up by delving into the other subtopics, what Ninja went on to afterwards. So yeah, definitely. I'm going to read that 100 million page.
It's over 65. You can skim through.
Yeah. But
I would recommend for a beginner to not click on the links and just skim through it and take in what you can, because there's so many gems, and then go back.
And highlight it and annotate it. Definitely. 100%. So yeah, do you have any questions, or is there any cryptos that you're looking at you want us to do some TA on or anything?
Boy, at the moment What was the last one I bought? I bought some EFI. EFI.
Is that Eternity?
No. Yes.
Yeah. Oh, that is an incredible project.
Yeah.
That's the one where it's an NFT platform on Polkadot, right? Polkadot Binance cross chain.
Oh
No, Polkadot Ethereum cross chain. It's the one that's connected with bring it up, please, Ninja, on CoinMarketCap.
Yeah, I'm tripping.
This project is this is the one where it's like Engine's Polkadot one.
Yeah. So that was off of the strength of one of my good recommendations. He told me to grab some of that.
Yeah, this is
this. But for me, he's down. But I'm not stressing. I'm not stressing.
Yeah, this project, people don't know about this project, bro.
Oh,
this is.
I remember tapping into this for a minute. He said,
yeah, this stuff isn't gonna pop. This is like 5 years ahead of itself.
Then about, I mean, if it's Polkadot and Engine together, working together, I'm assuming. Yeah, I need.
Yeah, this is literally on my shopping list as one of my next big buys, because I'm mad bullish on Engine. I'm mad bullish on Polkadot. If these two are coming together, it's just so like ahead of where we are right now. Like the Engine hasn't even taken off yet. This is like free. Polkadot hasn't even taken off yet. So this is like,
this is gonna be like, you know that Harry Potter film, and there's that Jamaican taxi driver say it's gonna be a bumpy ride. It's gonna be a bumpy ride. It's gonna be a mad ride with this one, because Polkadot and Engine are still going through mad rides. Polkadot's 3x down, man.
Yeah, this is
3x down. So
let's give him a clue. Let's go to the tags. Let's see what VCs are hodling.
Oh yeah.
Again, we're giving away a mad game here. In fact, let's stop the recording before you show how to do that. So I'm not going to give away any more games.
You didn't make it. Recording stopped.
You sure? No, it's still on YouTube.